Okay, we are good to go. Yeah, sorry about testing that while live. It's just that I did a recording, kind of like a test recording to see if I was fixing it or not, and everything worked there. I just couldn't do it live without going live. So anyway, so let me talk to him again.
How can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Some other time. About to test new bioweapon. Not on us, of course. Didn't think I had to specify, but Joker got nervous.
So
anything else?
This is the point where we really need to talk to everybody else,
We'll
so that way we can open up any loyalty quests, and we can go get our other 3 companions, and we don't have to do a bunch of backtracking. Kelly?
I saw the reports on Horizon, Commander. What you did was amazing.
Yeah,
the report mentioned
it was amazing
Williams
going from insanity to normal.
How did that go?
We've been through a lot. I wish we could have had more time together.
I understand. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Well, I guess she's got nothing to tell me. Let me see.
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal.
Oh, jeez.
Operative Lawson would like to see
There
you
you
at
go.
your station on
That's
the crew
what I
deck.
that's what I
Operative
wanted to
Taylor
see.
would like to see you over in the armory. Anything else, Commander?
There we go.
That'll be all.
I'll be here.
So now I can streamline who I talk
received
to.
a new message at your private terminal.
All right.
Incoming message from Admiral Stephen Hackett, Alliance HQ.
Commander Shepard, I need to discuss a sensitive matter with you privately.
I'll take this in my quarters.
Uh-oh. It's interesting that Admiral Hackett is also Hackett in the quarry. Maybe that's his origin story.
Commander, thank you for your time. I'll keep this brief. We have a deep cover operative out in Batarian space. Name's Dr. Amanda Kenson. Dr. Kenson recently reported that she found evidence of an imminent Reaper invasion.
So why call me?
Just this morning I received word that the Batarians arrested her. They're holding her in a secret prison outpost on terrorism charges. I need you to infiltrate the prison and get her out of there. As a favor to me, I'm asking you to go in alone.
What's Dr. Kenson actually doing out there?
She's a deep cover operative, Shepard. We talk only when we have to. I'd heard she was investigating a rumor of a Reaper artifact in the system. Her last report said she'd found it.
What else can you tell me about the operative?
Amanda's a top scientist and Alliance agent working in Batarian space. It's a deadly assignment, and she's one of the few up to the challenge. She and I go back pretty far, Commander. I won't let her rot away in a Batarian torture camp.
I thought the Alliance denies the Reaper threat. That must be some proof she found.
Kenson's team found an artifact out in Batarian space. She believes it's a Reaper device, proof that the Reapers are indeed planning to invade. I've known her a long time. If she says she has proof, it's worth checking out.
I have a hell of a squad with me. I'm sure they'd help out.
Kenson is my friend. If the Batarians see a squad of armed soldiers, they'll kill her. This is serious, Commander. Go in with discretion, or don't go at all.
The Batarians won't take kindly to the Alliance breaking into a secret prison.
This is not an Alliance operation. It's one person going in alone to save a friend. If it were an official mission, of course the Batarians would be upset. You keep this quiet, Shepard, and there's nothing to worry about.
I'll make this a priority.
The prison is hidden underground in a Batarian outpost on Aratat. I'll upload the coordinates now. Once she's secure, confirm her discovery. We'll debrief you when you're back.
Got it.
Hackett out.
You know, one thing that's kind of clear is that, you know, Hackett takes a much bigger priority, presence, I should say, in Mass Effect 2. It would have been kind of neat. Now, this is all hindsight, of course, but it would have been kind of neat that in Mass Effect 1, when you do all the missions with him, you hear his voice on the intercom. But what if at the very end of Mass Effect 1, when you're leaving the space dock, and you're with the fleet, like Joker's with the fleet. There's some order, by Udina to say, you, Admiral Hackett, you are instructed to arrest Shepard. Make sure you confiscate the ship, blah, blah, blah. And then Hackett's like, well, Shepard's not officially on the Normandy, so as far as we're concerned, it's an Alliance vessel and doing Alliance things. He's like got your back in a way because you're on the Citadel. So it would be kind of neat if he kind of like had your back in some way. So that way his presence in Mass Effect 2 is a little bit more endearing, I always thought that'd be kind of neat. Let's go talk to Jacob. Our favorite companion.
Commander, sorry I'm a little unfocused. Personal matter. It won't affect my duties.
I always have time for my crew. What is it?
As I said, it's a personal matter. I don't want to waste our time if it turns out to be a goose chase. But... well, I got pinged by a ghost the other night. Family.
Now, he said goose chase. The phrase is usually a wild goose chase. Because wild geese are, typically not too friendly with humans. But kind of like domesticated geese can usually fight you. But you can kind of sneak up on a goose. So so it should have been wild goose chase, but I get it. We get it.
I'm listening.
My private log got an update about the Hugo Gurns back.
Hey, B-Dubs, how you doing? I think I fixed the conversations.
Sent an SOS last week, reporting a crash and requesting a rescue. Shepard, that ship went missing 10 years ago. I hadn't talked to my father for 3 years before that. I've buried everything but a body. I'm not convinced it isn't just some automated distress signal ticking over.
Watching paint dry is more exciting than Jacob. True. That is very true. I've said it before. I think, hello, Buckbeak. Yeah, how you doing? I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with Jacob. I just don't think he was given the attention he should have received, but because there's so many companions in Mass Effect 2, he kind of got watered down. So the best thing we could have done is get rid of him at the very beginning, when we meet Miranda, or give him a true genuine arc story where he is somehow redeemed because, he doesn't like mercenaries, he doesn't like Thane. Well, guess what Jacob is? He's a mercenary. So I'm good, just working, excited for the weekend. How are you? I'm doing okay. My mom is not feeling well, so while other people are watching her, I get to take the other shift later on. So true. I think Jacob was just a victim of the circumstance, similar to Zaid. Zaid is vastly more interesting, but he has minimal story. So they could have taken out Jacob's storyline and added that time into developing Zaid more, because every time you go to his bunk, he doesn't really have anything to say. He just tells you war stories, which are interesting, but there's no banter, So imagine taking out all this time we did with Jacob and putting that into Zaid. Then suddenly Zaid is like ride or die,
I'd think you'd be more excited that your father might be alive.
He wasn't around enough for me to have bad memories. It's an old, well-healed wound. But if he's actually alive and needs help, I also want to note that it's not normal procedure for distress calls to be routed to the Normandy. This was passed to my personal log through Cerberus filters.
Any signs that this is a Cerberus front? Who passed this to you?
I doubt the elusive man would let a direct operations stake hold this long. If there's a link, it's probably just about money. Cerberus needs diverse holdings to fund projects like, well, you. And whoever sent this my way covered their tracks. Someone could be fishing for favors, or thought it would get under my skin. Who knows with that bunch?
Well, we know who it was. It was Miranda. And that's the interesting part, because if Miranda shoots him at the very beginning, that's kind of what I was saying, there's more impact there because she does have history with Jacob. That's not fully developed. You don't really see it. So that's the problem with Jacob. Everything that they talk about Jacob is never fully fleshed out. Who is that? That's your favorite companion, Banana. I'm staying in this scene because I know you really like seeing this side of Jacob. So this is probably his best side. And we're going to stay here for just a moment. But yeah, I will give Jacob the rare W. I would take him over Udina any day of the week. Udina. Yeah, Udina. That's what I always like. I'm not the only one who said this, but Udina and Anderson, it's like if you pick Anderson, he gives it up to Udina anyway in 3. It's like, why? I get why he did that, but I also don't get why we get to choose then at that point. Should have never given us the choice. In hindsight, it kind of feels like we made a difference, but we really didn't. So it's almost like they were better off just based on our playthrough or something. It should have just selected Udina by default, and so we're always a little frustrated. Like we did good, but we can still feel that little bit of angst at the end, like it's unfinished. If you do Anderson, you almost feel like there's like Mass Effect 1's done. Like you can like not play Mass Effect 2 and feel like, okay, we did good. Yeah. But if you pick Udina, you always feel like something's unfinished.
Any signs that this is a Cerberus front? Who passed this to you?
I doubt the elusive man would let a direct operation stake hold this long. If there's a link, it's probably just about money.
Oh, we already said
and whoever
that.
sent this my way covered their tracks.
You didn't get along with your father?
He made no apologies, I'll give him that. You make a mistake, you own up to it. Even if you keep making it. Whatever problems we had were a lifetime ago. I've had 10 years to get to where I am. And as far as I know, he's still a ghost.
Tell me about the Hugo Gernsback and what it was doing.
Privately held frigate. I looked over the mission brief when it disappeared. Nothing stood out. Typical research and grab operation. Find an uncharted planet, stake a claim, and establish as large a presence as you can as fast as possible to shut out competitors.
I think we can spare the time. Pass the coordinates to Joker.
I appreciate that, Commander. I don't expect more than dusty old bones, but it'll be good to close the record.
And Jacob? Oh, you mean daddy issues? Yeah. I kind of wish they would have never given us the choice at the end of Mass Effect 1. Well, that's kind of what I was saying. Yeah, it's almost like just make Udina by default, and it kind of seems like, well, why do we do all this? Okay, well, fine. We'll have to work with Udina. Like, if there's a Mass Effect 2, we'll have to work with him. Like, you go in there knowing that. You know you're going to have conflict even before you fire up Mass Effect 2. That's what I like. Give me that sense of open-endedness, and I think it would have worked better.
Miranda wants to see you, Commander.
Yes, we know, Kelly. You've already told me. All because Udina ends up getting the position anyway. Right. That's kind of what I was saying. It's like if you, it kind of works if you make him, give him the position, no matter what, because of what we know in Mass Effect 3. But if by default they had done that, I think it would have worked. I think they were just doing it just to kind of make the player feel like they had some agency in the game, but they really didn't. So that's why it doesn't really work. You be nice to Kelly.
Shepard, I find myself in the unpleasant position of asking for your help. I don't like discussing personal matters, but this is important.
Miranda, you're one of my crew. Tell me what's on your mind.
You remember what I told you about Father? Building a dynasty? There was another reason I went to Cerberus for protection. I have a sister, a twin, and he's still hunting her. Cerberus has kept her safe, until now. She's living a normal life on Ilium, safe and hidden from my father.
This is wild. This is like our voice actor for the person who introduces our podcast. This is pretty crazy. I have no idea. She had another job. Huh.
So you think your father's tracked her down?
Precisely, Commander. My sources indicate he knows that she's on Ilium. I've tried to keep her hidden without impacting her life, but I'm out of options. He's too close. I need to relocate my sister's family before it's too late.
What do you know about your sister?
She's my genetic twin. We're identical, but she deserves a normal life, and she's going to
Here's
get it no
Mrs. Daddy
matter what.
issues. Right. Yeah, we have no daddy issues because even if you choose that your parents were both Alliance, you only know about your mom. So yes, Miranda, let's go.
Did your sister's family know about this? Are they okay with being relocated?
They know nothing. They're completely uninvolved. Normal. I told Cerberus, and they're coming up with a positive reason to move the family.
Did I do this one?
What do you know about your sister?
She's my
Yeah, we
genetic
already did
twin.
this one.
But she deserves a normal life, and she's going to get it no matter what.
What do you need me to do?
My father is extremely persistent. I'd like to go to
Big
Ilium when
Papa.
Cerberus is moving the family to make sure none of his agents get too close. My contact's name is Lantea. She'll be waiting for us in the lounge near the Nos Astra docking bay.
I find myself in the awkward position of asking for you for your help. Don't worry. Every other motherfucker is too. True. Very true. But Miranda, unlike Jacob, is 10 times more interesting. Well, again, she's got a lot more story, and I think her story is more
I
compelling.
haven't had a meal that good in a long time.
I didn't think Rupert had it in him.
Jacob is pretty flat. I mean, it's not his personality, it's the story building, it's the arc. There is no arc, and he doesn't really learn from anything at the end of the day. He gets closure, and that's important. You need that for the suicide mission. But I don't know if you can even successfully use him in any specialty position and feel confident that you did the right thing in the suicide mission by using Jacob.
Shepard,
He's just there.
need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Okay, let's go.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
I think we're good then. Maybe Grunt. Maybe Grunt. But we need to go get Tally here pretty soon. And what do y'all want to go get Tally first, or y'all want to do somebody else first? Because the thing about doing Samara and Thane is that they're both on the same planet, so you can kind of like, you know, maximize your time there. But we can go get Tally first.
Shepard,
Just checking in, making sure you're acclimatizing.
the hold is too open, not enough cover. Armor is limited. Warlord Granth would target here to scatter heavy cargo.
Always Tally, surely.
Then focus on engines.
That's what I thought.
tank imprints show about human ships anyway. It's how I learned from the tank. Old pictures where memory is like holding a book for a child. Just remember this picture after picture. No help with finding a reason to care.
What other human info is floating around in there?
Less than a finger deep to sever your spine. You're soft. Solarians, Asari, all soft. Quarians, not so much. Turians, you have to work the blade, I guess. Don't see much point to it, though. Much point. Never mind.
See, this is what I keep referring to, this conversation. He refers to the Quarians as being very difficult. So in their natural state, they're not as squishy. We think of them as squishy, but apparently they're not. Because he may be referring to the, you know, their outer shell, of course, but I don't think so. He's talking about imprints. So imprints of their biology. So I think it's really interesting that he refers to, and we do get that impression. The soldiers fighting for the fleet are pretty tough, and so they can take a hit. The problem is they're just highly prone to infection. But even with that, you have some of them that still survive through that. So they're, you know, it's like a death sentence to get a suit leak, but yet some of them still push through. And so it's kind of like getting a real severe wound, you know, in battle, and just like pushing through. You know, they're really tough. So apparently there's a lot to the Quarian biology that we're just not privy to.
Something must move you. You're as genetically
Tally
broken as you
Morton.
can get.
I see suffering, the dead, and I think weak. I'm supposed to be strong. My guts were grown from thousands more worthy. The dead were weak. If they were strong, I wouldn't be needed. I don't know why Okeer started teaching. When he turned on the tank the first time, I screamed. Weak, pitiful.
But we need to learn how to do the grunt laugh. I know Com would prefer to nail that one. I have to like really get my voice down growly. I have to almost like do it from my lungs to get the no, that's not it. No, that's breathy. It's almost no breath. It's closer. Yeah. But it's almost like no breath is coming out. It's just purely like heaving, you know, from the vocal cord. Yeah, it's really difficult. I never thought about it before Com started trying to do it. Yeah, Grunt's design definitely holds up. Looks so good. Oh, for sure. For sure. I always thought it was a little weird because I was so used to seeing Rex, like the full-grown Krogan, and their plates, you know, and Grunt always looked kind of small to me. But he does have, you know, kudos for them to think, let's just not make another normal-looking Krogan. Unlike Andromeda, every single freaking Turian looks the exact same because it is the exact same Turian. It's just copy-paste everywhere.
So you started small, but you became what you are. Not everyone gets that chance.
I'm built for strength, but didn't earn it. I just am. Those dead were strong enough to try, even if they lost. The perfect Krogan, ignoring what made me. No strength in that. I'll take another look at what
I think I
happened to
could
the
do
Krogan.
it if I get
reason
enough
to
cigarettes
care
and
about
coffee in me. Or not cigarettes. I don't do cigarettes. I could do cigars. If I do enough cigars and coffee in me, I bet you I could do it. But I don't drink coffee either, so there's the problem. Okay. So, let's go get Tally. Oh, wait a minute. Important request. Protein technology, blah, blah, blah. Purgatory. Can you help me? Robin Reeve, Commander. The Alliance soldier gave me this contact information. I hope this reaches you. You said you were trying to stop the collectors. They took my son and my brother. Have you found them? Do you know where they are? I know you're looking, but so many people are just gone. Every family lost someone. The children are the worst. Empty desks at the schools, winter clothes that never got worn. Please, the Alliance isn't doing anything. The Council isn't doing anything. If you can find our people, I'm begging you to do something. Tell me something I can do. Tell me anything. Robin Reeve. Can't tell you nothing, Robin. Ooh, Shadow Broker intel. We're aware that your old friend Liara Tassoni has been hunting for the Shadow Broker for years, several years. We wouldn't mind helping her in that hunt, given the broker's past work for the collectors. We recently uncovered some information that might give Liara a lead on where to find the Shadow Broker's base of operations, but unfortunately, she doesn't have much faith in Cerberus intel. If you'd visit Ilium and pass it on to her as a gesture of goodwill, we'd appreciate it. Oh, this isn't from the Shadow Broker. Okay, never mind. I read it in the Shadow Broker voice. Yeah, Grunt is our good old lovable destructible son. Hefty weekend of cigars, coffee, and whiskey, just so that you can try the Grunt laugh on Monday morning. I agree, the children are the worst. That's why I read it like that, kind of singular. The children are the worst. Period. Okay, let's go get Tally. Should... Ooh. Planets. Now, I don't need the minerals, so we're not... I did all this off stream, so I just need to plant a flag somewhere, but I want to get something out of this rich planet. There it is.
Launching probe.
Okay. Definitely not... Oops. It's just trying to escape from the planet. There we go. Oh, I don't care. Okay, poor.
Probe launched.
Okay. Let's go home. I just want to plant a flag. Say we were here. Okay.
Probe away.
Got some iridium. Now, if it's element 0, I'll usually spend a little bit extra time because element 0 is much harder to find. But where is... there it is. Tally. Far rim. Now, we have to be a little careful because in Legendary, I do believe we have enough Paragon to make this work. Yeah, I think we're good. Just do these planets first because I'll forget when we get done.
Probe launched.
But yes, this is a planet that is suffering, this is a star, I should say, that's suffering from possible dark energy stuff, which kind of goes with my theory of if they're going in the path of what I think they're going to do for Mass Effect 4, it's not 5. I think dark energy will have a part to play in all this, because if technology is completely a rare issue, then you're going to have to find energy from some source that's was developed independently of the traditional technology. And I think dark energy is our culprit here. The star just looks different. Look at that. It's red with a big white center in the middle of it. It's not like completely red. Down with the children. Gamers Advocate bold stance. Yeah, thanks Neil deGrasse Tyson. There's a star that's experiencing dark energy stuff. Yeah. See, Neil, he gets it. He gets it. Okay. I'm bringing them because of the overload. Miranda has it too, but we're good. Yeah. Man, I really wish I had more weapons. I only have the one type of SMG, which sucks. We're gonna go back to the arc projector. I think it will really work better for these Geth. It won't, but I like to think that it will.
Shepard, our data indicates that Tali is somewhere in these ruins. There is considerable Geth activity and an environmental hazard. Solar output has overwhelmed Hastrom's protective magnetosphere. Exposure to direct sunlight will damage your shields.
I can say that when I first played Mass Effect 2, I hated this mission because I hated the idea of like not being able to take, just walk on in this planet, this little area. But I've grown to like it. Like I hated this. Now it's not a big deal because I know where all the spots are, but I hated it.
I'm having serious issues with my shields.
So we'll fight from the shade. But no hiding.
See, there's Grunt. So we'll fight from the shade, no hiding. I can't do it. I just need to do my natural voice for Grunt. So we'll fight from the shade, no hiding.
Anyone who gets this, find Talizora. She and that data are all that matters. Kill us alive.
Incoming dropship. This should punch through their armor.
Okay, this might crash my system, but I'm gonna move my buttons around. Okay, there we go.
One more.
Shields have failed.
All right.
We should find an alternate path. We're roasting out here.
Well, you're roasting because you're taking the dumbest path possible.
I'm here.
Affirmative.
Wasn't there some clips? Because I need. Yeah, there's one. Okay. There.
Heading to cover. I'll light him up.
Import, wait. I got it.
On your 6.
Ooh, that was close. Ooh. Where's my guys? They're supposed to be behind me.
I'll be there.
You got it.
That's not good. That's why I like my drone, because sometimes the companion system just doesn't listen to me.
Right.
Ooh, there's a bunch. Should be all of them. Oh no. Garrus is down? I'm shocked.
I'll put them down.
There we go. There's got to be at least one more. My drone will handle it. There he is. There we go. Nope, there's still more. Yep. Okay. Garrus, hang tight, buddy.
Impact shot.
What? I mean, should be all of them. I will say there may have been an item I missed, so I might go back anyway. I was pretty sure I picked up everything though. Yeah, hang tight, Garrus. Just hang tight. I was about to say, I love this mission. No, I like it now. It's just, it would frustrate me because I would think, you know, how am I supposed to, like, just navigate this battlefield? But now that I know where everything is, it's not It's not bad at all. I like it. But when I first played it, I did not like it. I was really frustrated. No, I think I picked up everything. Okay, we're good. Let's go. Okay, so there's a couple of guys around the corner here, and that should be it though. Then Garrus can res. There we go. There's Garrus. Now he can wake up. There we go. Yeah, finally we get the Tempest. So much better than what we had.
Op 1, this is Squad Leader Calrieger. Come in, over.
Finally got the Tempest. The Locust is my favorite, but for an SMG.
This is Commander Shepard of the Normandy. Can we provide assistance?
Patch your radio into channel 617 Theta. We were on a stealth mission, high risk. We found what we were after.
By the way, this guy, Rieger, he's the actor in Firefly. Me and Banana love Firefly. Right? Am I thinking of the right guy? Yeah, it's the same guy. I think. Yeah, it's the same guy. Yeah.
What's the status of your team? How many of you are left?
We were a small squad, dozen Marines plus the science team. We're down to half strength now. Made the synthetic bastards pay for it, though.
Yeah, Jane and Firefly. Which, Com has not seen Firefly. Missing out totally. Adam Baldwin.
What brought you this deep into Geth-controlled space?
You're asking the wrong person, Shepard. I just point and shoot. Something about the sun. It's going bad faster than it should. Some kind of energy problem.
Any idea where the Geth came from?
One of their patrol ships found us. Dropships started raining Geth down on our heads before we could get off world. Systems under Geth control. We knew they made planetary sweeps periodically. We hoped going low emissions would hide us.
Firefly is kind of like Mass Effect in that universe. It's crazy how like a lot of things are very similar. They use kind of the same, you're an outsider looking in type thing, but yet you're kind of like an outlaw at the same time, instead of working with the bigger group. I can totally see why Banana likes it, because you have kind of like this federation of humans basically, and of course they're up to no good. So when it's just one unified thing, it's not always a great thing. But yeah, you're kind of like Commander Shepard in that universe without being part of that alliance group, right? You're kind of like the renegade. That's probably the better way of putting it. You're like the renegade of that universe. It's really, really good. There's so many comparisons. You have the companions, they're all in one ship, they all have arcs, they all have different stories that are vastly interesting. The comparisons are really uncanny. But yeah.
Do we have to worry about the Geth sending in reinforcements?
I don't think so. Their patrol ship hasn't lifted off again. The radiation blocks all off-world communication.
What's the status of your team?
We're a small squad, dozen Marines plus the science team. We're down to half strength now. Made the synthetic bastards pay for it, though.
How are you holding up? We can be there in a few minutes.
Take it slow and careful. Direct sunlight fries our shields all to hell. We're bunkered down at base camp across the valley. I left Tali Zora at a secure shelter, then doubled back to hold the choke point. Getting Tali out safely is our top priority. If you can extract her, we'll keep him off you.
You got confirmation that the Geth haven't reached Tali yet?
Affirmative. Left my best men with her. When you get here, you can talk to her on the comm. Every Marine on this rock is sworn to protect Tali Zora. As long as one of us is still drawing air, she'll be safe.
You're gonna throw your life away for research?
Negative. I'm gonna give my life for the migrant
Hold position. We'll hit their back ranks.
Wait, watch your ass. We got a dropship coming in. Crap, doorway's blocked. Grab the demo charges in the buildings nearby. Use them to clear a path.
I mean, it's not much of a, you know, obstacle. It's just a pillar.
Put it on my radar.
Done. You will need both sets of charges to clear the rubble.
Got it.
If I only had my sniper. Oh, right. You're gonna get shot, buddy.
On the ground, now!
Understood.
Okay. Now we move up.
Coming!
Behind you.
You move up too soon, they take cover, and Garrus, that's not a good spot.
Hitting cover.
Grabbing cover.
Cover.
I'm on it.
There you go. Okay. Now we just need to control one of them. There we go. Nice.
Yeah, right on your ass.
Yeah, the AI hacking is superb here. Okay, Grunt, it would kind of help if you took cover. Oh my goodness.
Perf.
I gotta do everything.
I've lost shields.
Firing a high impact shot.
All right. Come on. Who's available? That's where the grenades came in handy. Very nice overload. Oh yeah, Garrus. Oh, you don't have your overload just yet. Nice. Now we're gonna throw a drone at you. Can mess with y'all. I had a bug one time where they just kept coming and coming and coming. They never stopped. Oh yeah, this is the Tempest. So much better. So much better than what we had. Alright. Let's go. Did I think I forgot something. Hold up. No, I got that. Alright, lurk time for a bit. You do your bestest of lurking there, Banana. Oh. Hopefully that isn't that bug that I was talking about.
Yes.
Because, you know, we hadn't collected the explosives yet. So they shouldn't have come out. Alright, here we go.
We need a core sample to get a timeline on the rate of radiation increase, but our equipment keeps dying on us. Shepard once used a mining laser to clear some rubble back on Terra. Maybe I can do something similar.
He's getting closer. There we go. Nice. Oh, that Tempest is so much better. Very good. So much better than what we had. See, this is what I was talking about. The mission on Horizon is so difficult because you just don't have all the arsenal that you can obtain later in game. And it's just... it kind of like narrows for the things you can do versus
Fire in the hole.
The difficulty spike. It's just really hard to overcome it. And it's not just a skill thing because you just don't have the equipment to make it happen.
I'll put them down.
Now I didn't have this problem in the original game. It was only since Legendary. So I don't know. But I'm okay with that. Oh, come on.
No shield.
Okay.
Yeah, right on your ass.
This should slow him down.
All right, I'm gonna advance on him.
Yeah, right on your ass.
Affirmative.
Right.
And stay down.
There we go. Nice, nice and clean. This house is clean. I think there's a health pack in here. Yeah, up here. There we go. Got it. Just more ammo. We don't want to open that because it'll just let the sunlight in. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. First get this. Oh, I must be full on... oh, I'm full on health things too. So I'm going to do a quick save because I need to move my things around. I want to move this to here. Oh, yeah. Every time I do that, it crashes the game for some reason. But that's why I saved it first. Could not tell you why that crashes the game. It just does more oftentimes than it not. But I just want to move my quick slot grenades to the AI hack. I want to switch those buttons around. Because I'm thinking about that button more than I should. There we go. Now we're going to hit F5 so that locks it in. Okay, let's go. Now we're going to get attacked again.
We're taking too much fire. If we head to the left, we can flank them.
Oh, they're up there. That's right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Understood.
Right.
You got it.
We're going to hit him on the bridge first. Oops.
I'm with you.
Okay. Okay, now we're going to go... Oop. We're going to go back down.
I'm on it.
Find out where they are. Okay.
I'm with you.
Got it.
Got it. I'm on.
Nice. Okay. I think we're doing it. We should be good. The drone's not moving. And if we want to, we can just go and play her audio.
It's next to impossible to get accurate solar measurements. The radiation keeps burning out our equipment. This sun shouldn't be like this. It was stable a few hundred years ago. Stars don't die that quickly.
So you think, Tally, stars don't die that quickly. Famous last words.
Send it to the sky. We might want to move.
It'd be neat if it was like just a little firecracker, like poof, you know? But this wasn't much of a barrier. I mean, we could have climbed over this, but hey, we need to be immersed.
Corium architecture. There's two words you don't expect to hear together.
Why do we care? Anyone choosing to come here should be on their own.
Our ancestors walked these halls with uncovered heads. The sun must have been normal back then. So much space, walls of stone. It's amazing. I wish my friends could see it. I wish Shepard were here.
Okay. Let's get some money.
Come in base camp.
There we go. All right. Now let's talk to Tally.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Tally, it's Shepard.
Shepard? I'm not complaining, but you show up at the strangest times. What are you doing in the middle of Get Space?
I was in the neighborhood. I thought you might need a hand.
Thanks for coming, Shepard. It means a lot to hear your voice. Carl Rieger and what's left of the Marines got me into the observatory. From where you are, it's through the door and across the field. I got to the data I needed and I'm safe for now, but I've got a lot of geth outside.
What is this research you're after?
It's about this world's sun. It's aging faster than it should. I can tell you more about it once we've got fewer geth shooting at us.
Would it help if I brought in the Normandy?
Doubtful. These buildings are centuries old. If you bring down heavy fire, this whole place could collapse on us.
Is anyone else still with you, or are you alone out there?
Rieger had a team of Marines covering me when I ran for the observatory. At least some of them are still alive. I can hear them firing at the geth outside.
It looks like somebody sealed the door against the geth, and the console's damaged. Can you get it open on your end?
Let me see. Yes, I can do it. Here. Should be unlocked now. Be careful, Shepard, and please do what you can to keep Rieger alive.
It's funny that she's able to like open this, and it's like, imagine like if she couldn't and be like, okay, well, I guess the mission's over. We tried. I can't open it, Shepard. You know, you're on your own, Tally. Check in if you make it out, though.
Machine cowards! The drones can hide!
Oh, come on. Oh, I keep getting stuck on the environment. Oh my god.
we go.
Okay, I need to be using overload. Okay.
One more. Worthless.
All right.
Scratch one. One less to worry about. Yeah.
Okay, Rex, you're kind of in the way.
There we go.
Thank you.
Scratch one.
Okay, that's a little excessive. Yeah, just stay over there, if you don't mind. You're doing a good job, Prime. You're doing a good job.
One more.
But I love this Tempest because it definitely holds more clips.
Coming.
I'm here.
Yeah, Garrus took it upon himself to face the Prime, so it's his own damn fault. Yep.
Hold fire,
Garrus
Shepard.
is dead again? That's shocking. Like, I'm shocked. I didn't know there was some over here. Crap. I think we got him though. No, get off! There we go. You see, I knew they were there, and then I took out one, and I didn't see the other two. So, oh, there he is. There he is. How come that's not dying? What's going on? Are you kidding me? That's like the strongest drone ever. You're kidding me, right? What is going on? Do I have a bug here? They're like endless drones? What is going on? Okay, let's go over here.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah, I need you to move up there. Yeah. Look at all these clips from the drones.
Trouble. Weak. Worthless. One more. One more.
Yeah, I'm not dying to the drones. Come on, man.
Wait.
There we go. Finally. Yeah, that's some kind of bug. Those drones aren't supposed to, like, keep respawning like that. Because they even spawned after the Prime died. That's what I'm talking about. Legendary is weird sometimes. It just does not act right. And I'll be honest with you, before we do this one, I'm going to do a quick save because I'm going to reload. Because that's the way you fix it. Sometimes when it acts kind of buggy in Legendary, what you want to do is reload the save. And that usually fixes it. So it doesn't act so weird. do a quick F5.
Colossus!
Get down!
This is why I follow you, Shepard. Big things.
Look out!
So, on normal mode, you can actually, with a sniper, take him out. But we're not doing it that way. So.
Yes! Got it! I'm on it!
Behind you.
Over here! Get to cover! Squad Leader Cal Rieger, Migrant Fleet Marines. We talked on the radio before that dropship arrived. I still got no idea why you're here. This ain't the time to be picky. Tally's inside over there. The Geth killed the rest of my squad, and they're trying to get to her. Best I've been able to do is draw their attention.
Are you sure she's still alive?
The observatory is reinforced. Even the Geth will need time to get through it. And it's hard to hack a door when someone's firing rockets at you. The Geth are near platoon strength, but the Colossus is the worst part. It's got a repair protocol. Huddles up and fixes itself. I can't get a clear shot while it's down like that. I tried to move in closer, and one of the bastards punched a shot clean through my suit.
How bad is your suit damage?
Combat SEALs clamped down to isolate contamination, and I'm swimming in antibiotics. The Geth might get me, but I'm not gonna die from an infection in the middle of a battle. That's just insulting.
What can you tell me about the battlefield?
Right side's got a catwalk with a sniper perch. You could wreak some havoc from there, but none of my men made it past the Geth. The middle's got cover, but the damn Colossus has a clear shot at you the whole time, and you've got Geth coming in from both sides. The left gives you some cover from the Colossus, but your ass is hanging out for the Geth. That's how I got shot.
Any ideas on how to deal with the Colossus?
Standard protocol with armature-class units is to sabotage the shields and whittle it down, you know? Kill it with bug bites. But the repair protocol blows that plan to hell. You try to wear it down, it just huddles up and fixes itself. So whatever we do has to scrap that bastard fast. Probably means getting up close, past that cover.
We need to get to Tally. Got any ideas?
Just one. I'm not moving so well, but I can still pull a trigger, and I got a rocket launcher that the sun hasn't fried yet. You move in close. I'll keep the Colossus busy, maybe even drop its shields. With luck, you'll be able to finish it off.
You've done enough, Rieger. You don't need to throw your life away.
Wasn't asking your permission. My job is to keep Tally safe.
We don't have enough people on our side for you to take one for the team. Stand down.
I'm not gonna stand there while you run into enemy fire. They killed my whole squad.
And if you want to honor your squad, watch my back. I need you here in case they bring reinforcements.
All right, Shepard. We'll do it your way. Hit him for me. Kilos alive.
Incoming!
Fire.
Yeah, I have to do this kind of in a certain way in these difficulty levels because otherwise, yeah, you can take out everybody at when you get to the Colossus, but then you have a whole lot more that you got to deal with. So we're gonna go up here next after we clear out maybe at least one trooper. I think I can take one out. Yeah, I think we're good. This is usually where Garrus dies too. Oh, come on. That one small gap, they got me.
Yeah, right on your ass.
That destroyer, we gotta get down. Oh no. I pressed the wrong button. Okay. He's dead anyway.
What less to worry about?
Okay, clear this walkway for me.
On the ground, now!
And... let's see here. Yeah, okay.
Worthless.
Okay.
Got it.
Affirmative.
Let's see. See if there's any in the immediate area right here. If not, then we're going to move up. Okay. Okay. We'll move up. Yeah, there's one over there. I can see him. They're problematic because, like, when you get over there, they like peck at you while you're trying to get the Colossus, and it's just a pain. There we go, got one, got him. Oops. Let's get our shields. Let's just run. Let's go. No!
On the ground, now!
Okay. There we go. Nice, slow and steady. Slow and steady. And here's where we throw a grenade. Oops. Or I think we throw a grenade. Getting there?
I'm with you.
On it.
So if we can get destroyed on our side, it'll make a big difference. Okay, now we move to our heavy weapon. What else are we going to use it for?
Impact shot!
Quit shooting at me. There we go. Got him.
Concussive shot ready.
Alright, now we move to our pistols. Because they're going to want to be over there. Stay in cover.
I'll put them down!
Alright. Move up.
Weakling!
Understood.
Gotta flush them out. Gotta flush them out, guys.
Hello.
There we go. Yay! Okay. Alright, we did it.
Just a second. I locked the door to keep more Geth from getting inside. There, that should do it.
Yeah, thank you, Tally. Thanks for unlocking the door for me. Can you imagine? Imagine she was like, oh, thank you, Shepard, but I feel more comfortable in here. You stay out there. Tally? Oh yeah, we need to do our applause. Interview accomplished. Very nice. We're all on Team Banana
Just let
here.
me finish this download.
Banana had an interview. Always good to hear. Always good to hear. Probably get a follow-up next week, and then maybe moving to your time zone. Oh, well, that would be awesome. Well, then we'll have to probably move the podcast recording times to a more reasonable time. Like, you know, because at the moment I'm doing it 5 a.m. my time, because I want to make sure Com has like most of the day. But if we move it to like more like 6, then that might be more feasible for you, you know. Applause was for me. It was for everybody. The applause was for everybody. But yes, you can take full ownership of the applause for sure.
That's all of them.
Thank you, Shepard. If not
5
for
a.m.
you, I
Jeez,
would
yeah.
never have made it out of this
That's normally
room.
when we record betas.
This whole
5 a.m.
mission
We
has
start at
been a
5 a.m. my
disaster.
time.
I wish
So
I'd joined you back on Freedom's Progress, but I couldn't let anyone take my place on something this risky.
A lot of Quarians lost their lives here. Was it worth it?
I don't know, Shepard. It wasn't my call. The Admiralty Board believed the information here was worth sacrificing all our lives for. I have to believe that they know what's best.
5 a.m. should still work. The 1 hour difference shouldn't make a big deal. You say that. It shouldn't.
I didn't ask what some admiral thought. I asked what you thought.
A lot of people died here. Some of them were my friends. All of them were good at their jobs. That damn data better be worth it. The price was too high.
What can you tell me about your research here?
Haystrom's sun is destabilizing. Back when this was a Quarian colony, it was a normal star. It shouldn't change that quickly.
Still, 5 a.m. is 5 a.m. Mid-March is when I go from an hour ahead to 6 hours ahead of you. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we also do the whole, like, time shift as well. So it'll probably still be the same. Because it's what, spring forward, fall back. I hate daylight savings time. I hate it so much. I didn't understand it when I was a kid, and I don't understand it now. It's like, wait a minute. So are we saying that, like, in Egyptian times when they were doing things through the stars and the rotation of the earth and the summer solstice, and that they moved an hour forward and an hour back? No, they did not. You know, time was pretty much a constant for them. So yeah, back a long time ago, in the United States, the railroads petitioned to get that implemented so they could have a longer workday. It was still the same workday, they just had more daylight to work with. It was the railroads, not the farmers. So a lot of times it's believed that, like, it's for farmers. Like, farmers are on their own time, they don't need to adjust the times. But the railroads were the ones who petitioned for the daylight savings time, so that's why we have it. Just get rid of it. It's so annoying and useless.
Any idea what's destabilizing
Hot
the sun?
take.
If I had to guess, I'd say that it was dark energy affecting the interior of
Dark
the star.
energy, you say?
The effect is similar to when stars blow off mass to enter a red giant phase. But Haystrom's sun is far too young for this to be natural.
Let's see.
Whatever the reason, I'm glad I could help.
I agree
Once
that
you
we don't
deliver
need
that
it
data,
anymore.
I
Yeah.
could use you on the
It's
Normandy.
just,
I promised
it
to
was
see
never
this
needed in
mission
the
through.
first place.
I did. I can leave with you and send the data to the fleet. And if the admirals have a problem with it, they can go to hell.
Can you imagine
just watched the
a
rest of
industry
my
being
team
so powerful that it
Maybe
could
not the whole rest
force
of
a
your team,
government to change
Krieger,
how we tell
you made
time?
it.
Your old
So
captain's as
stupid.
good as you said. Damn Colossus never stood a chance.
The whole reason for it still existing, in my mind, it's still like almost like a glorification of industry. Like we're putting industry in front of literally science, you know, and nature. I hate it.
If need be, the Normandy can get you out of here, Rieger.
The Geth didn't damage our ship. As long as we get out of here before reinforcements show up, we'll be fine.
Actually, I won't be going with you. I'm joining Commander Shepard.
I'll pass the data to the Admiralty port and let them know what happened. She's all yours now, Shepard. Keep her safe.
Do. All right.
Cerberus saw footage of you in action, Talizora. We're looking forward to having you on the team. Your engineering expertise will really benefit the mission.
I don't know who you are, but Cerberus threatened the security of the migrant fleet. Don't make nice.
You see, this is why Talia is beloved. She sees things not necessarily as they are, but she has her convictions, and she has a lot of rationale and reasons for them, and they make sense. Now, you don't always need that in a companion, right? That's why Miranda, she makes sense. A lot of her convictions, they don't make sense, but she has an arc to that. Tali, she knows who Cerberus is. She doesn't want to work with him. You know, unlike Ashley, right? Tali's a Quarian, so she's an outsider, but because it's Shepard, she'll go wherever Shepard goes. It's kind of like Garrus, but with strings attached. So it's really, that's why she's so beloved. I mean, I don't have to like vocalize that, but there's so many like little details and reasons for it. So even when you first meet the Cerberus operative here in Jacob, and that's why Jacob's also like, you know, not beloved, because he's like trying to make nice with Tali, but he's coming at it from a very corporate position, you know? This is supposed to be your crewmate, somebody that you're supposed to go on missions with. But, you know, your greeting here is horrible. And the way he greets Thane is horrible, you know? So, yeah, I think people need more reason to undo something than they need to do something in government. Yeah, and that's why I don't like executive orders, to be honest. That's a different story. But, yeah.
That's why you're here, Tali. I need people who aren't Cerberus. People I can trust.
I wasn't part of what happened to the migrant fleet, but I understand your distrust. I hope we'll get past that as we work together.
I assumed that you were undercover, Shepard. Maybe even planning to blow Cerberus up. If that's the case, I'll loan you a grenade. Otherwise, I'm here for you, not for them.
If it helps, check out the Normandy while you're here. We've gotten a few upgrades.
I'll get Talizora the necessary security clearance to access our systems.
Please do. I can't be part of your team if I don't know how the ship works. Remember, Shepard, these people thought enslaving Thorian creepers and Rachni was a good idea. I'll be in engineering.
Don't forget to introduce yourself to Edie.
See?
The ship's new artificial intelligence.
See? He knew what he was doing. He knows Quarians. He knows their background. He knows that she's not going to like an AI. See, that's what I'm saying, Jacob. There's so many things. He's better off with us taking him out at the beginning. Okay. All right, there we go. Very good, very good. Come on, Jacob. Why would he say that? Yeah, I know, he's a punk.
Commander, you've
That's what I'm
received a new
saying.
message at your
Like,
private terminal.
If you've never played Mass Effect before, I could totally see how some of these things go over, you know, because there's so much information, right? But the more you play it, the more you pick up on things, and it's like, wow. You know, it's just those little things have a bigger part than you might think. The Enkindlers. Let's see here. It could happen to you. Regarding the Keepers. Oh, from Chorban. Remember Chorban, the guy we scanned all the Keepers with? I hope this address still works. I promised to send you intel on the Keepers if I found anything, and this is important. See those scans you took? It turns out the Keepers are bioengineered. And based on my comparisons to some of the material from Saren's flagship Sovereign, they were engineered millions of years ago by the same people who made Sovereign. And this is what I'm saying. So the same people who made Sovereign, if they go back that far as timeline goes, and if the timeline is accurate, it's possible the Keepers were the first beings to be indoctrinated. You may not understand how important this is, but it suggests that the Citadel was really made by the Protheans. It wasn't really made by the Protheans, I'm sorry. It may have been made by something far older with the Keepers as organic guardians. And what's more, based on my genetic readings, they're supposed to react to something, some signal or something, about every 50,000 years. You can measure genetic variances. It's a bit like comparing rings on a tree to the you see on the draft years. Drought years. I'm sorry. I read that as draft. That does make sense. Whoever did this, well, around the last time the signal went off would be around the time the Protheans disappeared, and it's scheduled to go off sometime around now. Kind of like the super volcano that's under Yellowstone. We're in that same timeline. If any of the old tech still works, they could have some nasty surprises waiting for us. Just thought you'd want to know. Nobody here on the Citadel will listen to me. Chorban. Transfer request approved. Okay, so this is Tally's transfer request. Alright. Alright, let's go talk to Tally. Oh, she's an engineer. Never mind. Crap. Alright. Also, Jack might have something to say. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my goodness, I get stuck on the environment way too much.
I got thoughts like little bugs crawling in and out of my head. I can't stop them. You know I have a history with Cerberus. You know how far back it goes?
I'll listen to anything you have to say, Jack.
Your pal, the elusive man? Never seen him before, but Cerberus raised me. First thing I remember is my cell door in a Cerberus base. They did experiments, drugged me, tortured me. Whatever chance I had to be normal, they stole it by trying to turn me into some super biotic. The doctors, the other kids, every one of them hated me. They let me suffer.
What did they hope to gain by torturing a little girl?
It was something about pain breaking down mental barriers and how it might clear the way for a more biotic power. I'm sure there was a payoff due at some point, but I wasn't gonna see it. I was wired up in a cell.
They tortured you just to see if they could make a strong biotic? That's it?
Wasn't in a position to ask, Shepard. All I know is a little girl crying in a cell, begging for the pain to stop.
How did you get out of there?
There was some kind of emergency, and I made a break for it. The other kids came out of their cells and attacked me. So did the guards. I just killed everything in my way and ran. Guess my biotics had developed faster than they thought. I managed to get a shuttle off the ground. Drifted until a freighter picked me up. The crew used me, then sold me. That's my uplifting escape story.
Yeah, he's a punk. We should throw him out the airlock. Buckbeak, talking about Jacob? Yeah. Yeah, like I said, there's just so many little things that he just never, ever gets out of that mind frame that he's not Cerberus. You know, he's always Cerberus. Always, always, always. And he's seen all these things. And even when we finish Mass Effect 2, what does he go on to do? He's still working for Cerberus. Now he's helping people rebel, but he's still technically Cerberus at that point. Not after, of course, but
were other children in the base?
I didn't know much about them. I was kept separate. They hated me just like everyone else there. When I broke out, I had to fight through them all. I showed them, but there's a loose end I need to deal with.
You're absolutely certain that Cerberus was running the facility?
I was a kid, but I wasn't dumb. I know how to listen. It was Cerberus. Don't care how far down the chain it was. They thought they were so clever. Turns out, mess with someone's head enough and you can turn a scared kid into an all-powerful bitch. Fucking idiots.
I'm going to talk to the elusive man, and he'd better have some answers.
He'll just deny everything. That's not what I'm after anyway. I found the coordinates in your files. I want to go to the Telton facility on Pragia where they tortured and drugged me. I want to go to the center of the place, my cell. I want to deploy a big fucking bomb, and I want to watch from orbit when it goes.
Attacking our allies is going to derail our mission. Not a smart move.
The files say it was shut down after my escape. It's been abandoned for years. They going to care if I blow up a garbage dump?
You've lived with this your whole life. Why do this now?
Like I said, I found the coordinates in your files. You can't expect me to just sit on information like that.
I'll set a course for Pragia.
I owe you, Shepard.
All right, let's see. Now we can go talk to Tally. But see, I knew we were going to get a little bit more Paragon from that, so I just didn't know when she was going to say all that. Oop, I went the wrong way. That just spit me out. I bet you Runt now will say something.
Cooking some good meals lately.
Yeah, right. That scunner couldn't serve a good haggis if his life depended on it.
But all haggis tastes like ass anyway.
Aye, but in the right hands, it can taste like mighty fine ass.
Yeah, these two talking about eating ass, so whatever. Okay. Mass Effect lore confirmed. Engineer Donnelly and Daniels. Gabby. They eat ass. Even Miranda sees the errors of Cerberus' ways and quits and partly thinks to. That's my point, Bugbeak. That's exactly my point. I can deal with Miranda because at the end of the day, she does have an arc, and she has to pay for that quite a bit. Because in Mass Effect 3, she's on the run all the time, so that's the consequence. And maybe Jacob just doesn't feel like he could do that. He needs a place, and Cerberus will always give him a job. So I could understand that. I mean, I'm not, going to belittle him for needing to have some security, but there's a decent chance. This is hard to say because really it just has to do with when events occur. So, like, let's say Jacob goes to the Alliance. He's put in the brig, right? He's not military, so they have to hold him and try him as a civilian. It's possible that when you get Shepard out, that maybe along the way he can find some kind of like pardon or something because they need all hands on deck, and that's how you meet him. That would make him more endearing, Yeah, true, but that's what makes her so much more compelling. Even if somebody doesn't romance, her arc is much more compelling. Yeah, exactly, because you can't romance as a female Shepard, but it's the same arc. She does learn from all those things, and she does try to make. She try to right the wrongs. Mm-hmm.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Can you do anything to give the Normandy an edge over a collector ship?
Definitely. With the right supplies, I can fortify our shields. The collectors cut through the Normandy's barriers immediately last time. My upgrades might give us a better chance. Shepard, what can I do for you?
Is the new Normandy giving you any trouble?
Please, Shepard, I'm a Quarian. Give me a chunk of scrap metal, a circuit board, and some element 0, and I'll have it making precision jumps. I was worried about working with Cerberus engineers, But they know what they're doing, and they've been very polite.
Oh, and that's the thing, is that the two engineers were put into it like the brig. That's exactly Jacob's story that I was trying to say, like what would have happened to him. I guess there would have been some precedence for that, because you find them again, if you can save everybody, and they go on and help engineer Adams in Mass Effect 3. So yeah, I mean, you could totally see a Jacob redemption arc there, but he just keeps doing what he was doing before.
How's the Normandy running?
Say what you will about Cerberus, they know how to build
You
ships.
want to play on a romance
The
scene?
Normandy's running even
I
better
don't
than
think
before.
I have done anybody. I may have done Liara,
I'm researching some ideas that might help.
because I never do Liara, but I'll have to go back and look if I did or not in Mass Effect 1. Because if it was Liara, then I need to find that out before we do the Shadow Broker quest. Of course, I think she reminds you.
Have you got time to talk?
We didn't really have time to chat while taking out Geth on Haestrom, did we? I can't believe so many people died. Thank you again for getting Rieger out alive. All for data about stars blowing up. I hope the Admiralty Board gets some use out of it.
Have you heard any word about Cal Rieger? Did he survive his injuries?
He sent me a message. It looks like he'll make a full recovery. Anytime you get a suit puncture, it's a matter of luck. Rieger got out with a relatively minor infection.
Tell me about the fleet's Admiralty Board.
It's one of two major political powers among my people. The admirals make decisions related to defense or needing immediate action. They also handle major criminal charges, like treason. The other political power is the Conclave, a group of representatives from each ship. They make most of our laws and fleet decisions.
Any news yet on the data you sent?
I'm not likely to hear anything for a while, or on an unsecured channel for that matter.
Oh, I forgot. I was looking around. I don't have my camera on today, but I have my Rex statues that came in. They came in a while back. And I also have my Tally statue that came in. I could do an unboxing sometime. It's just not something I do normally on this channel. I've done it on my Twitch channel. Anyway, I was looking at my boxes over there. I was like, where did my Rex and Tally statues go? And I hadn't opened them yet. Yeah. Let's see. At the fault of the writers for not having better writing for Jacob. But again, they have a lot of comparisons that they write for and actually prefer the way that is written, to be honest. Yeah, I just think that the direction went in a way that it was like, okay, how can we be true to the character that is Jacob and yet not make it like somebody else? You know, they're trying to do something completely unique. But I don't really think that works, because if you're going to put him as part of your crew and make him endearing, you will have to do something different. He can't be the same person. Otherwise, we don't need him. Because it's not like we find him as somebody we can trust. So we can't still trust him, you know? Anyway.
Having any trouble settling back in on the Normandy?
I like the quiet.
I think the writers understood that. That's why he's not in
Presley, Engineer Adams,
a major
all
role
of them.
in 3.
Doesn't seem right having Cerberus in charge of this ship. Are you sure working for them is the right thing to do?
Now, that being said, I do love the mission where you find him, where you find the Cerberus scientists and stuff. That whole mission from beginning to end, I really enjoy, because it's one of the better missions in this series, where you have some verticality that makes sense. You start at kind of like, in some places you have a lower level you have like a mid-level and you have an upper level all in the same area. So it's really, really good. If that had been like a multiplayer map, that would have been great. It's not, but it would have been a really good multiplayer map.
Does it look like they're pulling the strings, Tally? I'm not working for them. They're working for me.
So you ordered the listening devices and tracking beacons that are all over this ship. I know you need resources to fight the Collectors, but be careful, Shepard.
I fully expect them to betray us at some point, and we'll be ready.
I'm glad to hear that, Shepard. Just let me know how I can help. For now, I should get back to work. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, the Jack statue and Legion statue just became available, but they're pre-orders. So if anybody ever needs a code for the BioWare store, let me know, but they usually don't work on pre-orders. But anything you can order that day and have shipped that day, usually... Oh, we're in Engineer. Never mind. I'm going to go talk to Grunt. Usually the code will work for that. But yeah, if you ever need a discount code at the BioWare store, let me know.
Shepard.
Just checking in, making sure you're acclimatizing.
I was just sitting here thinking. The picture, I'm finally starting to get it. There's a tank imprint, the battle at Canrum. A dead Turian, stripped. You don't see them out of their armor much. A Krogan boot on his head. And a claw hammer. It's under the brow plate, pulling it back, right? Eyes have gone black, and you see tension in the muscle. You can feel it ready to snap. I get it.
Canrum isn't ringing a bell.
Death of Shiagar, female warlord. Turians killed her, so they were hunted down and made examples. Even if they won the war, it was the last push before the rebellions ended.
Maybe I had to be there, but I don't get the joke.
There's no joke. It's just great. It's a Turian, and he's being torn apart for what they did. I felt nothing before, but now I get it. It was a good fight. The enemy was destroyed to punish them all and send a message. I get it. I hate Turians. I thought you'd be glad.
Don't start anything with Garrus. I won't have trouble on my ship.
I don't hate Garrus. I hate the Turians. Garrus is just one Turian, and he's your clan. No point in ripping his face off unless he turns on me. It's hate, but it's mine. Okeer was blind, and he tried to make me the same. But I'm starting to feel what they did, to see why I should care. Anyway, I'm still figuring where I fit, but it made me laugh. Nothing else really on my mind, Shepard.
Yeah, I love how Grunt separates Garrus from other Turians, even though he's a Turian. He's able to separate the two and doesn't want to hurt Garrus, but other Turians. Yeah, and so I think what he's trying to also say is that Okeer was trying to implant, look, going after things because of blood feuds and stuff isn't the way. You know, we need to be a more pragmatic and have a reasonable approach to these things, because we're always working at a disadvantage. But Grunt is now rejecting that. He's saying, no, we have a right to be upset about things, and I'm going to own that anger. That's, I think, what also the bigger picture he's trying to say in excluding Garrus from that situation. Yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense. If he was not a tank-bred Krogan, this wouldn't be a discussion, but that's why you have to have that discussion. Okay. How is it 75%? What did we miss? Did we miss a system? We did miss a system. Alright. Get this one lonely planet. Come on, just give me something. I guess that's the best we're gonna do.
Probe launched.
Okay. Alright. Alright, let's go back. Alright. Now, there's a few things we could do. The whole universe is in front of us. We could either help Jacob, which, you know, wouldn't take very long. The Jack mission, again, would not take very long. We could go get Samara and Thane. We could help Miranda at the same time. So a lot of things all at one time. Kasumi, I like to wait on that a bit because it is a harder mission. Because it's really just you and sometimes Kasumi, you know? It's difficult because you don't have your full crew. But yeah, any opinions? If I do Project Overload, it might be off stream. But I don't know, it might be worth doing just at least once to have it recorded, you know? Talking point for later. I'm inclined to either say help Jack or help Jacob before we go to Ilium and just do all the things on Ilium, you know? But I don't have a real strong opinion about it. Ooh, Hades Nexus opened up. Now it's 92%. Interesting. Must be a new mission in there. We've already done everything. I'll rescue Dr. This is the one you save for last. You save this one for absolute last. Before you do the Reaper IFF. Mm-hmm. Let's get Jacob over with. And I don't really blame you. Yeah, get that one and done, and we never have to think about it. That's a good idea, Buckbeat. Let's go do that. It doesn't take too long. That's the nice thing about it too. It takes longer to listen to all the banter, but as a mission, it doesn't take long.
Anomaly detected.
Oh no.
Launching probe.
That was a big spike there.
Scans have found something.
What will we find? Mercenary activity detected on a planet's surface. Communication match Blue Sun's encoding protocols. Illegal archaeological activity. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that one. Hopefully, there's a couple of them that are just really long for no reason. Okay, so now we have Tally, and we'll take her in. One, it lets me put my powers into Tally. But two, she's just a better version of my character. Maybe I would do the power duration. That'll keep the drones around longer. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's give her level 3 hacking, because I only have level 2. Yeah. It's got to be done anyway, so I might as well get it out of the way. Yeah. But like I said, the nice thing about it is that I should say Jacob's, you do more listening to like the codec intrigues and things like that than anything else. And the mission overall is interesting. It's just the character of Jacob is not interesting. So it's this one. This one's a little bit longer than the rest of them. But again, it's one of those we need to just knock out. But see, this is what I was talking about. All these missions like this open up after you do Horizon, but if they were all available before Horizon, I could get my levels up, I could get more gear, I could, you know, I could not really over level, but I could at least be at a level to make Horizon more comfortable. And you just don't have the ability at that point to do that.
Taking heavy. Got it. Deploying combat drone.
Worthless.
Yeah, between her combat drone, my combat drone, we're going to be knocking stuff out.
Worthless.
Nice. Yeah, the combination of drones is always good. Get some element 0. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything over. Oh, there's more element 0. I was wrong. And Grunt has his. Okay, good. Let's get some clips. I think I may change to my SMG.
This should soften them up. One down. Oh.
Overload in this area is really good. They're not Geth, but it still works pretty good. Oh, nice. Nice.
Got one.
Yeah, right. Wait.
This should soften them up.
Come on. They got that high ground.
Uh-huh. On the ground, now!
Okay. Alright. We're good. Yeah, mop-up work with Tally is so much better. Okay, outgoing request for aid. Commander Santiago, hope you're doing well. We require your services once again in the transport of ourselves, our equipment, and our recovered artifacts. I have dispatched our representative to meet with you regarding the details of the transaction. Given the sensitive nature of our cargo, we expect discretion in this matter. Dr. Farron, Chief Research, Exogeny. Exogeny, remember them from Mass Effect 1? Not cool. Dr. Farron, of course, we can count on us to offer you escort and transportation. We have sent men and ships on your way in good faith. Commander Vito Santiago, Co-Executive Officer, Blue Suns. Oops. Come on, Tally, get out of the way. Okay. All right. Get some more credits. And I'm gonna blow that up.
put them down. Yeah.
Go for the optics. Go for the optics. Just a second.
A little bit of lore here.
Right.
Eri in Baldur's Gate 2 says, Tachika fastballs. And of course, Mintz says, go for the eyes, boo, go for the eyes. So Tally combines the two and says, go Tachika. She calls the drone Tachika. And she says, go for the optics. So there's your Baldur's Gate reference.
Got it.
Right.
Got it. Yeah.
Can do.
Hostile sighted.
Yeah.
On it. Coming.
Right, Shepard.
Heads up!
Got it.
Going to cover!
There we go. Oh. Didn't know there was one behind here. Our drone missed it. Grant, flush him out.
Right. Moving to it.
He's kind of like stuck behind this crate here. There we go. Alright, Lieutenant Luck. Once the artifact is secured and in transit, your orders are to take your men and rendezvous with Captain Voorhees aboard the MSV Strontium Mule in the Aaron Larkin system in the Omega Nebula. Assist Voorhees with the capture if needed. Commander Santiago. Okay. So, let's see here. I think we got all that. All right. Very similar to some of the Mass Effect 1 pyramid stuff we saw. BioWare stopped dwelling on the past success and make something new. Yeah, BioWare. Stop trying to be creative and innovative. It's kind of crazy. I'm been reading, Twitter here and there. I don't read a ton of stuff, but every article that's trying to factually cover how BioWare is reallocating their resources to Mass Effect, and that's really the main story behind all that. And to say, oh yeah, so the next project for the Dragon Age people is not another Dragon Age game. Well, I mean, duh. I mean, if you know how it kind of ends, it's kind of almost a finality to it. But you could see a continuation of it. I mean, it's not like the world, crashes and burns and stuff. But the point is that they're reallocating stuff for BioWare. But it's like you can't just like make a statement saying, hey, look, this is what's going on. It's like, yeah, this is what happens when you make a woke game. Okay, so if it's not the greatest game, I get that. It wasn't I wouldn't say it was a failure. It just didn't meet profit expectations. But the expectations, I'll be honest with you, were really high. And it kind of makes sense because it had a 10-year development cycle. But in those 10 years, they changed what they wanted to do for it several times because at least we didn't get the live service game that EA was pushing for 6 or 7 of those years. It was going to be another Anthem. And then we didn't get that, thank goodness. So, but that's why these developers don't do anything new, because they keep trying to do something with what they have, doesn't always hit, but that's why you see sequels in movies. You see games that don't really try to be innovative
at your private terminal.
because they get vilified for it. Blue Sun's activity traced. We did a little due diligence on this Lieutenant Locke and the rendezvous with Captain Voris. The coordinates were obtained at last known location of the MSV Strontium Mule have been added to your galaxy map. It turns out the Mule is carrying a valuable cargo, including intel of sensitive nature. We'd like you to track down the Strontium Mule and recover the cargo. Please pass the information to us. If you can keep any other items of value you may find, do what you will with the Blue Suns. Okay, whatever. All right. Let's keep exploring so we can do Jacob's mission. Meanwhile, me getting all excited about finding Minska's little souvenirs in Beachy 3. Right. But see, the beauty behind Baldur's Gate is that there's a whole lore way even outside of the Baldur's Gate games. That's, you know, so you can almost integrate anything into it and it would make sense as long as it's within the Faerun lore universe, you know?
Probe launched.
There might be some element 0 here, so let me just look. Yep.
Probe away.
As long as there's element 0, I'm going to look for it. Because it's harder to find than anything else. There it is. Okay. But I won't do this for every single planet. I just want to make sure that we have plenty of element 0. I think we have enough now for just the rest of the game, to be honest, but not 100% sure. Yeah, there's some palladium.
Launching probe.
All right, we're done. Okay. Another planet, and then we can go to the next system. Well, just that one's fine.
Probe launched.
All right. All right. Let's go help Jacob. Banana's favorite character. Actually, let's go. Let's go. Let's go this way first, and that way we never have to come back here again. It's probably a rich planet. Yeah. Tons of platinum. Wow. There might be some element 0 here. Nope, just iridium. Okay.
Launching probe.
Already got way too much iridium. Let's go. Poor. All right, find something. Let's see. That's good enough.
Probe launched.
All right. Let's go over here. Alpha Draconis. Palladium. This is all the stuff I would love to do offline, but since we're here.
Anomaly detected.
Really?
MSV Hugo Gernsback. Registration BW46100340.
Interesting, there's a lot of element 0 right there.
Suborbital deceleration.
Launching probe. Scans have found something.
Is there more element 0 here? Man, there's tons of resources. I never really associated this planet with a ton of resources. Sounds like this planet needs some freedom. Well, we do need platinum, some.
Launching
I was just
probe.
hoping to see a lot more Element Zero because I wasn't expecting to see that much when we where Jacob's mission was. Huh. I guess there's not.
Launching probe.
All right. That's good enough. Let's land. All right. Unfortunately, Jacob's got to come with us. Tally. She just makes life easy. All right. Cerberus operative. Let's see here. I'm going to give him just damage. Don't care. I don't know, just hold on to those last 2 points. Or 3 points. And I want my combat drone to get to 4, but I really need to do these overload and incinerate before too long. That's fine.
I have run a scan of the ship. I detect no life signs, but there may be useful technology or information still inside.
Field is clear.
There it is, and mostly intact. They could have survived impact, but it's been years. Looks like it was stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
Along with this anymore. We've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
luxury of due process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him, but I don't. What was her name? Sarah? Suzanne? My God, I can't remember. I can't remember her face. We need to get out. So I can remember. Can think straight. They have to hurry.
She always said no. She even threatened to report if I didn't stop sending messages. But now she's so innocent. They all are. That look she gives when she smiles. It's sure easier now. What's the harm? We're stuck here.
Oh, by the way, guys, I have been looking into a game.
Repeat,
it's
toxicology alert. Danger of rapid neural
I don't
decay.
know if it's on Kickstarter.
Local flora chemically incompatible with human physiology. Override. Beacon resumed. Pause time, 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours.
I don't know if it's on Kickstarter or not. I think it is, which I'm not a big fan of all that. Just make it early access and, you know, go from there. But anyway, it's the same developer. Well, not developer. Let me put it this way. This design developer that did Daggerfall and Arena for Bethesda back in the day, and the creative designer, or the technical designer for those games as well. Those two went on to create their own studio, and they're making a game that has no main quests. So they're not just like pure Radiant quests. But the reason why they're doing that is that they're making a world that's reactive to the decisions you make, and so the world is always going to change. And so that means every time you play the game, you're going to have a different outcome with the world. So for instance, and it's like an Oblivion style game, you know, the scenery and things like that, but a little bit more modern. It's not like in the Unreal Engine. You can tell it's not Unreal. But it's really interesting. I want to look into it more before I comment a little bit more about it. But yeah, you'll do like a mission, for instance, and let's say you're playing the good guy and there's like a bad mayor, but he keeps the town in line. Well, you do whatever you got to do. The mayor gets killed, and now the town goes into failure. That's what they're doing. It's really interesting. And the mission can only be unlocked if you've done some other things in the area that they feel comfortable approaching to you about, you know? So that's really, really interesting. It's a generated world reactive to the decisions you make. So the world can change based on those decisions.
Alert. Danger of rapid neural decay.
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by Acting Captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
Who is in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Sorry, I may have been muted during that time period. But is that bad to decelerate at 782% recommended theoretical protocol? Is that bad? You know, you can't really tell from these from this hologram image. But I'm thinking that's pretty bad to decelerate at 782% of theoretical recommended amounts.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours, following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback. Activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
I think my former colleagues in the safety team would describe it as not ideal. No? Yeah, probably not. I'm trying to figure out what the math would be. Now, of course, we'd have to know what the appropriate speed of deceleration would be in a ship like this, and I guess it would have to do with like the gravity of the planet, and I'm gonna say like 5 miles an hour. You know, you want to get it down to 5 miles an hour. And that's being very it's trying to be very balanced in my approach of thinking like a proper descent speed. But it's probably in this space-time, you know, futuristic thing. It's probably closer to like, you know, 1,000 miles an hour or something. Like, oh, okay, yeah, we can descend safely at 1,000 miles an hour. But even still, that's a lot.
Come on, let's get going.
My father had a working beacon, but didn't signal for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
After 10 years, it must have.
I like how you think, Tally. You're always positive.
You came from the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
She goes up and down with her modulation so much. It's like, you're here. That's great, but he sucks. But they'll always be trying to help him. They'll be here soon. Oh no! Oh no! She's all over the place.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them, so they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will—
Watch out!
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them!
As she dies.
Agents of the liar! He will not escape!
They've seen us.
They've seen us.
Right with you.
I'm here. Shields down.
Come on over.
Stop!
Got it.
Got him.
Yeah!
I got the heavy weapon.
Rock.
I just need my pistol.
Target down.
What the? Her big
These
booty got in my
people
way.
didn't have neural decay. They're crazy.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
You killed them, but there are more every day. They want to fight, but I just want to go home.
She's lost it. We need to find someone who can make sense of this.
Do. All right. Let's go.
Strip for parts. Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure. Is that a settlement? They'd better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
I need answers, he said.
These people seem calm, but they're part of the same group as the ones that attacked us.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently? Makes males get violent.
That's possible, but the woman on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
Now, we've said a lot of bad things about Jacob in the past, but you are cursed with his face. I may need to get that as a recording and use that somehow, some way, and add it as a soundbite. Kind of like I love missions.
You table dancing, brother stealing home wrecker.
And then of course there's Jax.
So take your balls out of your purse and kick some ass.
So I take these little one-liners, but you are cursed with his face. There's got to be like some usage for that.
Not the best reaction to the family resemblance, Jacob.
Why would my father force his crew to eat toxic food? Whatever's happening, look at these spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that toxic local food for who knows how long. Like that wasn't obvious enough.
He has a cruel face. His cruel face.
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
Threat neutralization initiated. Your captain has obedient. Weapons are forbidden.
Up front!
Weapons are forbidden.
I've got it.
Your captain demands obedience. Weapons are forbidden.
On it. He's gunning down his own crew to keep control? That's horrible.
Well, that would make them hate him. But maybe it was just for defense.
There it is. I knew I was missing some extra credits there.
Please, here. You could end it. You have his face. But you fight his machines. You might stop this. This, I forget how to read. But this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Jacob, what does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
The beacon was fixed after a year, so the plan must have worked. Why no signal?
Those weren't the last entries on the casualty list. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers, like pets. And after the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out. But they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Does it say why he separated the men and women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the Hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard? I don't see any justification.
We haven't seen any other officers. He killed them?
There were 5 after the crash. Medical, engineering, bridge staff. Should have had no problem fixing the beacon and keeping people safe. All killed within the same week. About a month after the beacon was repaired.
So why call for help now?
The surviving males are changing. Everything he did is coming back to bite him in the ass. 9 years. Why didn't he set it right? I need to find this man.
Such a little tiny explosion.
Thank God you're here. My crew went insane. I only just got free.
God damn it, it's really him. Just got free, he's covering his ass.
It looks like the old bodies were posed like a warning. The newer bodies were just left wherever they fell.
The hunters started fighting back.
Okay. Oh, time.
Coming!
Attack exceeds unit defense systems.
Tag! Gravity's one mean mother, huh?
Careful, I automated my defenses after the crew turned violent. They keep attacking. I had no choice.
He had plenty of choices. A little late to blame the victims.
System failing. Backup systems engaged. Excuse me.
I got out of cover and then I had no ammo. I was like, well, that was good.
Careful. This should soften them up.
System failing. Backup system.
Target down!
You mind, Jacob, taking my cover?
Hostiles!
There we go.
Right!
Right.
Got it! Get over here!
All right. Let's go over here. There we go. Yeah, like missions like this would be nice if I could do this before the horizon. It's simple enough. It gives you a lot of XP. You know, you get a little bit of I think you get an upgrade over here. But yeah, I really wish they wouldn't lock these loyalty missions behind the second half of the game. Then we could approach the Horizon mission with a little bit better balance. There we go. Yeah, heavy pistol.
But it's getting dangerous. Thank God you've come.
He had his fun, and now he wants out. Son of a bitch.
Okay, going back to the SMG.
Eyes ahead!
Engaging friend or foe detection. Careful. Critical system rerouting power.
Grabbing cover!
Can do. Moving to position. One down.
It took years to train my guards. I'm afraid you'll have to fight them to rescue me.
Throwing people away. This thing is not my father.
I think we may start off with the arc, because this is a little tricky. There's way too much cover for these guys when they start coming at you.
Charge him up! Combat drone!
Oh, I thought that was Tally's. I thought that was Tally's drone.
Just a second.
I'm here.
Got it. Be right there.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna go this way. I
Go
gotta.
get him, Chasika. Good one.
I'm here.
All right, let's go this way.
Shield up.
Ideally, we run next time. Oh, give me a break. Oh, you... I hate that. So when it staggers you and everybody else shoots at you. Oh, I hate that so much. Because actually he was shooting a missile at Tally.
Trouble to the
and
right.
she was making her way for cover to me. That sucks.
Playing combat mode.
Taking heavy fire!
Hostile drone.
Enemy drones!
Oh, stop it.
Tag!
Okay. Don't think we need that anymore. Yeah, you're way over there, dude. Oh, he's an engineer. Didn't realize that. Well,
They've seen us.
Hostile drones! So we can go home. Enough with the toys.
all right, we got
I
it.
need to look my father in the eye and hear him justify this.
That was much simpler the second time. I was trying to be like really tactical the first time, and then like screw that. Let's just get into cover. But yeah, is that it? I think that's it. Ah, here's. Okay.
We're clear for the moment.
For the. Thank you, Tally. But yeah, short and sweet. Works out.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine.
You are cursed with
Sorry
his
if the
face.
mess scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance base. I've got to have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I believe you are acquainted with Mr. Taylor.
Taylor? Jacob? No. Not Jacob.
No.
Why not me?
Not Jacob.
10 years of this look better to anyone else in the galaxy?
You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hoped to leave it at that.
I'm not unreasonable, Captain, but 10 years? What happened?
God damn it! Why did you do this to your crew?
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy, at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs. I got a little basic in setting examples. But I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out. Besides, I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the droolers. That was before the hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood. I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you. Everything.
You didn't feel any responsibility to get out of here for the sake of family?
I gave him a good start. He was a smart kid and was better off not following me. We figured that out a long time before I took jobs in deep space. And after things escalated here, it seemed best to just disappear off the galactic map.
Till you needed someone to save your ass.
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange cycles to it. I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little too well.
And if you treat them like animals, big shock. They become animals.
We can help these people. Cerberus can have ships here in days and pull everyone out.
He's not worth the fuel to haul him out or the air he's breathing. He's damn lucky I don't think he's even worth pulling the trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
We'll secure him for an Alliance court. For every year here, he'll have 10 to think about it.
Give him all the time in the galaxy. The man who did this doesn't know right from wrong.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I did the best I could.
I'm 10 years past believing that.
So we finally got the new suit for Jacob. Yay!
Ships are inbound to secure Captain Taylor and his crew, Commander. We'll be long gone by the time they get here.
Don't even give them the tail lights.
Roger that.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
So what you will about Jacob's dad, but he wasn't boring. He kept it spicy.
Nothing goes through this ship, my ship, without a report to you.
I had no more reason to believe Jacob's father was alive than he did, but I'm happy to know the situation is behind you.
Fine, you didn't forward it, so who did?
I did. Figures. Who else could get into Cerberus channels?
It was hardly classified, just obscure. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
Right. I'm apparently terrible at typing the correct. No, I understood you. I thought my context of reading it was wrong.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this.
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
See, that's why I said Jacob and Miranda have history. So if Miranda were to kill Jacob at the very beginning, there would be an impact there. You would find this out later. Like, man, well, so she's pretty devoted to Cerberus, and something else happened, you know, and I don't know. It just, we could have made it work.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor can rot in prison. Doesn't change who I am or what I know. I've already mourned the man he used to be. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
Well, I mean, it doesn't change anything. That's the problem. That's your problem, Jacob. Nothing's changing.
Come on, we got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard, thanks for the help.
Anytime, Jacob.
Yeah, you need more missions, Jacob, to make you interesting. That's all you got, then we are done. Let's go get some heavy pistol damage. We need to find a better pistol too. My goodness. I'm grateful for the one I have, but we got that way back with Morden when he gave us the Carnifact. So we definitely need more a different pistol. Anything.
Grunt seems very agitated. You may want to check in on him.
Okay, I'll go check in on Grunt now. This time, I tried last time and he didn't. He only wanted to talk about messing up Turians. Yeah. I've been doing that a lot lately, though. Jacob could have been more interesting if he really just started doubting himself as a result of his father's fall. Well, I think you could make that work, actually. You could be like, maybe I am, you know, you could be like, maybe the things I did learn from my dad have put me in the arms of Cerberus. Maybe what I think is the right way of doing things is just me looking at it from, how does this benefit me and only me? You see what I'm saying? You could twist that, but they don't do that. They didn't make that narrative work. They just kept him doing what he was doing. I'm still who I am, and I know who I am, and I'm not changing. Okay, but that's part of the problem, Jacob. You know? Yeah, maybe what he taught me isn't really worth holding on to. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Banana. It's like, let that part go. What he did teach you, the good parts is what he's choosing to remember, and that's who made him who he is. But it's nostalgic thinking rather than introspective. And that's, again, why Jacob fails as a character. But if he were to become introspective and say, you know what? I may need to ask your permission to leave Shepard, because he doesn't really take a part in the suicide mission, not in my opinion. So if you help him escape somehow the arms of Cerberus, he becomes a fugitive of Cerberus, but he goes to the Alliance, and in that form you could kind of like negotiate a truce through Hackett, maybe, and then Hackett secures a position for him. You see where I'm going with that? Then suddenly Jacob's interesting again. You know? None of that happens.
Chambers said you're tearing up the place. Something wrong?
Something is wrong, Shepard. I feel wrong. Tense. I just want to kill something. With my hands. More so than usual. Like it's not my choice. Like I just want to... I don't know. See? Why do that? What's wrong?
Okeer didn't imprint anything to help you figure this out?
I see pictures of old battles, voices of warlords. But this is a blood haze in my head. I want control. When we're moving, fighting, I focus. But here, my blood screams, my plates itch, and even you are just noise. I'm tank-born. What is this?
Edie, anything in your files about Krogan diseases that could cause this?
Cerberus has a number of autopsies on file, but nothing on a living Krogan of this age and situation. Krogan are reluctant to share medical records.
My people were defeated by doctors and labs. They will never let stuff like that leave the homeworld to Chunka.
Joker can get us to the Krogan homeworld. I need everyone at their best.
Thank you, Shepard. I don't like this. Fury is my choice, not a sickness.
So we'll definitely do Grunt's thing and then Morden's thing on Tuchanka, but we got to pick up our companions first. So we can definitely do Jack's mission next. Then we can go pick up.
Commander, Morden requests to see you.
Then we can go pick up Thane and Samara, because that gives us enough time when we're doing those loyalty missions for Samara and Thane to tell us about their loyalty missions, and then we can circle back around to do those, and then we're basically done with all the loyalty missions, except for Kasumi. And then if we were to do, say, Project Overlord or something. But I'm going to do a hard save right here. I'm going to do a quick break. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I used to have the Scientist Solarian as a scene, but I think I deleted it when OBS crashed on me one time. And I rebuilt it from scratch. So let me at least put it on something in between. Let me find... Let's see, what do we want? I guess I could just do the Mass Effect intro that I've been doing. Of course, now I can't find it. There it is. There it is. We could do this, and then I'll just say quick break. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. I get myself settled in this chair. Yeah, I went to go do some laundry, but as you guys, many of you know, my mom lives with us and she's a handful. So I went to go do one thing and I ended up doing 5 other things. So I think we're good. Okay. Move my chair up. Oh, need my earbuds in. Let's switch back to the game. Here we go. Okay. Sorry, takes me a minute to get my earbuds in. Okay. Yeah, in case you guys didn't know, there is a new podcast today. It is about consoles. And apparently, how Banana and Com hate legal disclaimers of ownership in gaming. There was a lot of discussion about that. Okay, let's see. I think we're good.
Shepard, important news. Know you're busy. Have to deal with the collectors. Planning attack. Too important to wait. Just receiving data. Still processing, analyzing likely scenarios. Not sure how to begin. Too much intel. You remember our talk? My work on genophage modification?
You stopped the Krogan adaptation to the genophage.
Part of a team. Scientists, all different types. Blood Pack mercenaries captured former team member. Malin, last seen on Tuchanka, might torture him, make an example. Recovering Malin would be a personal favor to me.
Do you think they found out your team updated the genophage?
Unclear. No way to determine until we get to Tuchanka.
We'll go to Tuchanka and see if we can find your team member.
Appreciate it. My assistant, my student, want to see him safe. Malin last seen outside Erdnot territory. Scouts might have seen Bloodpack. Talk to them or clan chief.
Okay. So, let's,
No messages for you, Commander.
Okay, thank you, Kelly. All right, let's go do... Malin is not the very model of a scientist. Very true. Although, you know how we were talking about Jacob and
Fuel reserves at 50%.
Not realizing that seeing the error of his ways doesn't change who he is. He still sees like the bigger picture. Well, Mordin is similar to that, except he does change, and that's what again makes him interesting again. And I'm using that word way too often, interesting, because they're all the characters are interesting in one aspect or another. But I think what makes Mordin more intricate and complex is his turning around of like, look, what we did at the time was still right. However, there is a better way of doing things going forward. I guess that's how he sees it. And that's not what Jacob does. He does the exact opposite. He kind of like digs in and stays more rooted in those beliefs, which it's impossible to say, hey, look, you shouldn't believe like that. But all the evidence is pointing to he's in a organization that's not helping him, you know? Yeah. Warren also sees the value of Malin's work. Doesn't fall into the sunk cost fallacy. Right, exactly. So you know, you could, not that Jacob would, you could say, you know, I could kind of see the initial, like he could argue for it, right? He could say, I think initially the decision to make sure that the officers were not given the toxic food, because then who would fix the beacon? That was, he could argue, like that was the correct decision. And then at that point, you know, change the narrative and say, after that though, it was wrong. But they didn't focus on that, of course. And they didn't need to. But that's kind of what Mordin is doing.
Probe away.
Because it's kind of funny because I think the impression, and I can't remember all the details, but Jacob's father, I don't believe he was Alliance per se. I think he was part of a corporation or something or another that, you know, it was like a mining facility or something like that. So very similar to, I guess, the Nostromo from Alien. And but if he was Alliance, I was gonna say that he was talking about like his back payment and stuff like that. If he was Alliance and he was, then again we could argue that Jacob has a way of getting into the Alliance, and his idea of, you know, no, Cerberus is still the better path, is again sticking to his guns and not helping himself or anybody else. Okay, so we know Jack's coming with us. Yeah. Okay. It's interesting to bring Miranda along, but I would have thought that if you bring Miranda, there should be some special conversations, but there's really not. So we just want to go tactical here. We could bring Zaid, but I'm going to bring Grunt again. Okay. I'm going to wait till we get 4, and then hopefully I can put 1 in warp ammo soon. And well, pull would work in this small area. No, I'm going to wait. Okay.
I forgot how much I hate this place. See the landing pad? Has to be on the roof, or the vegetation would overgrow it in a few hours.
Shepard, I am picking up thermal signatures everywhere, except at your landing zone.
Something's distorting the sensors.
Yeah, they build their equipment to last. Assholes. It was a mistake coming back here, Shepard.
Get a hold of yourself. It'll be okay.
I'm fine. Okay, let's get on the ground.
All right, Pragia. I don't think there's any. I think there's I think there's some kind of resource, I think, lower, but not here.
Let's just get in there and plant the bomb in myself. I want to watch this place burn. Quiet, just how I like it.
I have we went over this in our most recent recording. It's like Khan was saying some of the environments he loved in Mass Effect. I'm like, well, guess who has a ASMR recording of it? Like, I have an hour-and-a-half recording of this rainfall on metal roofs. If that's something you like that will help you sleep, just put it on loop. It should repeat, but it's just this. And it's not always the same sound. I'm in like different places, like right in here.
I never saw this room. I think they brought new kids in these containers. They were messed up and starving, but alive. usually.
Yeah, like I'll be like right here. That without the music. And yeah, so you can just kind of hear the rainfall on metal roofs. For some people that's real soothing. Oh crap. I screwed up. Be nice if they actually gave me the code though. Okay. Yay, Jack loyalty. It's the proper sequence really. You wanted, you know, I mean you can do these in any order of course, but doing Jack and
the elusive man requested operation
Jacob early.
He's getting suspicious.
We
get you those levels.
What we did. But if he knew,
he won't find out. The elusive man requested operation logs again. He's getting suspicious.
when we get results, he won't care what we did. But if he knew,
he won't find out. The elusive man requested operation.
They were sneaking around behind the elusive man's back.
He didn't say what they were hiding from the elusive man.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That's kind of always been like a backdoor way of saying he's innocent of all this stuff, but...
I remember escaping to this room, fighting here. I saw sunlight through the cracks in the ceiling. Only a half-dead guard between me and freedom. He was begging for his life.
Yeah, I think I have a section here with the raindrops like this. Okay. All right. Here we go. When I first played Mass Effect 2 and these things came out of me, I just like, how do I get past this? Like, it was rough.
One down.
And it's like so easy now, but like when I first did it, I remember this being a difficulty spike for me.
This looks like an arena.
That's right. They used to stage fights here, pit me against other kids. I loved it. Only time I was ever out of my cell.
What were they studying?
Hell if I know. Maybe that's how they got their kicks. I never understood anything that happened here.
How often did they do this?
I was in a cell my whole life. Sometimes they took me out and made me fight, filled me with drugs, other stuff. Time gets funny in a cell.
Did other children die in these fights?
I was a kid, filled with drugs. I got shocked when I hesitated. Narcotics flooded my veins when I attacked.
They actually rewarded you for attacking.
I still get warm feelings during a fight.
What the hell was wrong with those people?
I don't know. Doesn't matter now.
Let's keep moving.
Hell yes.
Security Officer Zimkel, Telton facility. The subjects are out of their cells. They're tearing the place up. Subject Zero is going to get loose. I need permission to terminate. I repeat, permission to terminate.
All subjects besides Zero are expendable. Keep Jack alive.
Understood. I'll begin the...
That's not right. I broke out when my guards disappeared. I started that riot.
Things might have happened that you didn't see.
The other kids attacked me, the guards attacked me, the automated systems attacked me. That doesn't leave lots of room for interpretation.
Okay. So now it starts getting a little bit more, a little bit less storytelling and more fighty.
This place is supposed to be empty. Who the fuck shot that Baron? It's a fresh kill.
hate these. I'm so glad in Mass Effect 3 there's none of these. Oh, it's a blessing. All for that. Jeez. Oh, boy. Wait a minute. Grant, you don't have your... You need to turn your incinerator stuff on. Your... Inferno ammo.
We've been spotted. I'll find cover.
On the ground, now! Enemy charging! Ready.
Krogan coming at us! Headshot! I'll kill you all!
There we go.
Yeah, right on your ass!
I do like this because
Taking heavy fire!
they show up kind of like behind. It's really unexpected.
I can wall.
It doesn't happen often in Mass Effect, but I do like it. It's you're fighting them, and then suddenly they show up from, you know, behind this wall area.
On the ground, now!
It's unique.
Why'd they need a morgue? This was a small facility.
The other children must have died in great numbers. Even then, they were a part of the experiment.
Bullshit. I had the worst of it, and I made it out alive.
Yeah, it's on the other side. Now I gotta wait for another one. Oh, there's one. Okay. I just hate these memory games. And as my memory has gotten worse and worse over the years, has not helped
So
the
strange
cause.
to be back here. I feel like I'm pissed off. I'm a dangerous bitch, but then I'm a little girl again. Shit. It's complicated. Let's just go plant that bomb.
Right, Shepard.
I've got your
Incoming!
back.
I got it.
I'm with you.
I ought to fire up Morrowind just to piss off Calm.
I'll put them down.
Now, which one of these is it again? I always forget which one has stuff in it. There's one of them. I think it's at the end. There it is.
Kids here?
There it is. Yeah. Just that one. Someone pointed out from the podcast episode that
mirror?
I'm a total simp for damaged
Sounds
female
on the other
characters.
side. I could see all the other kids out here. I screamed at them for hours, and they always ignored me.
I mean, Jack's a good character. I mean, there's no reason for her to really be on our crew, but the way she's written into it makes sense. And so, you know, obviously if Jacob was the one who was tortured and battered and stuff, I think he would be in the same mindset that Jack is, right? Vindictive towards Cerberus and conditioned to love a good fight, you know, things like that. But I think it's juxtaposed between her being just a pure biotic. But that's why I was going to say like the suicide mission reference, but I'll leave all that, for later. But I think every one of them could survive that shielding. Samara, Jack, Miranda, all of them are perfectly capable of doing that. I don't think I think you could have just gotten any of them. They could have done it. Based on their history, based on their capabilities.
I must have come through
But
here when
it does seem
out.
like Jack and
I don't remember.
Samara are the
This is a
best
bad
for that.
place.
But I don't see why Miranda would just why she would just fail at it. I don't know.
Entry 1054, Telton facility. The latest iteration of Pergnum went poorly. Subjects 1, 4, and 6 died. No biotic change among the survivors. We lowered core temperatures of surviving subjects, but no biotically beneficial reactions occurred. As a side effect, all subjects died. So we'll not try that on Zero. I hope our supply of biotic potential subjects holds up. We are going through them fast.
This is bullshit. They weren't experimenting on the other children for my safety.
So Banana says she also demonstrates some miraculous maturity on the mission. Like she should be open to reevaluating her experience in this place as she learns more context. Well, true, 100% correct. And I think when we did our ranking, I put her at as a B, not because of anything story related. I think story-wise, and her arc and everything, that's all S tier. I was simply coming from, you can only really use her in Mass Effect 2. So it's limited right there. And then on top of that, the abilities you get from her are great. Probably A tier, but it's really just Shockwave. That's the only thing I use her for. Her special unlocked ability is Warp Ammo. But the Shockwave is great. So that's A tier for me. But because I can only use it in one game, that's where it all kind of averages out. So I could argue that it should have been an A, but I think I said B, but I don't remember. So
You can't help what they did to others.
You don't get it, Shepard. I survived this place because I was tougher than the rest. That's who I am.
You move on, harder and tougher.
Okay.
This might be useful.
There we go. Yeah, and I'm more of like the simp for the fully empowered female characters like Lara Croft and stuff, because I mean that's just what I know. Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, for Samus and Metroid. It's just those were my opening exposures to games. In the modern version of games, because anything before that was just text-based adventures, Civilization, things like things that didn't have a hero or heroine. So when and of course Mario, I'm not gonna look up to Mario. He was fun. But and then it's funny because actually a lot of the other characters that I really like to play in RPG games, see, I just did a banana there. I said RPG games. But RPGs was, you were a kid. Like there was Kid Icarus, right? And then there was Master Blaster. You're a kid in all those. So it's not like, so it wasn't really until I started playing as, like, Contra never really was a game that I loved. You know, I played Contra, I played it all the way through, and it was neat, but it wasn't anything I gravitated towards. But yeah, the ones that I really enjoyed was Metroid, and then along came Tomb Raider, and I kind of fell into that, like, that's the character I want to, like, I'm like their guardian angel type thing. I'm coordinating their movements. I'm navigating them through the game. And so for me, I've always really enjoyed the empowered, very capable feminine heroine. That's why a lot of my game characters I create are female heroines, because I don't ever put myself in that role. I like to be the person who sees them accomplish those things. But yeah, she's S tier in ME2, A tier in ME3, and not ME1. We know that, yeah. So that's what I'm saying, is that I guess in that average sense that she would be, you know, like, we didn't have like an A+ or anything, or an S-. But I think because of the limited power, because the other one was pull, and I'm not a big fan of pull, it's okay. I hate stasis. Like, if her other ability was stasis, it might even be a C tier for the powers. Just the powers. But because Shockwave is so good, it would have pulled it up to a B anyway. So that's what I was like. I think I was a solid A for her, I believe, but I don't remember.
It's all fallen to pieces. The subjects are rampaging and Zero is loose. We're shutting Telton down. What a disaster. We'll infiltrate and piggyback onto the Alliance's Ascension program. Hopefully, that will give... What? Zero, wait!
Shepard, they started up somewhere else.
Ascension is an Alliance program. It's a school for biotic kids. They don't torture children there.
A lot of this isn't the way I remember it.
There was a lot going on.
I was dumb. I keep my eyes open now, and I always shoot first. We're getting close to my cell, the place I came from. Let's keep going.
Jim Cummins, yeah. Yeah, it is. He's actually in a lot of BioWare games, just not in a main role.
Hey, Aresh. It's Kira.
But he does Minsk, right? He did the original Minsk.
You want them dead? We have to talk creds. You promised us lots of salvage, but this place is a waste.
I always forget who did the original Minsk.
Put him down. Then I'm coming in there and we're gonna talk salvage.
What are you doing here?
First we're gonna kill you. Then we'll see. Kill them on my order. I'm useless. I'll kill them myself.
Ah, shoot.
Shields have failed.
Closing. Enemy charging.
Oh, get off the environment.
Enemy
Oh
charging.
my goodness. I swear, it's so much stickier in
firing at me, idiot!
In Legendary. Okay, now is where you do this.
Yeah, right on your ass. Incoming.
Oh no, no, that was bad timing. Not good. I was just about to laugh at him for going after my drone.
Impact shot. Right. Fear the battle. Right.
Krogan coming at us. Coming.
On it.
Right.
Moving to cover.
There we go.
Only room left
Krogan
is
Battlemaster down.
Whoever Aresh is, he's in there. I want to plant the bomb there anyway. Might as well do it on his corpse.
Yep. From BG1, he did Gorion. He did Gorion, really. I wouldn't have thought that. Listen carefully, child. If we ever get separated, you must find your way to the friendly arm inn. There you will meet my friends Khalid and Jahira. They have long been my friends, and you can trust them. Something like that, I think. I think I got it. That doesn't sound like Frank Cummings, though. Ogre Mage, yeah. Crush you to goo. He probably did the Ogre number 2. Abazagal? Gromnir. Yeah, that makes sense. Master Wraith. I don't remember Master Wraith. Chromatic Demon? Oh, yeah. Okay. Saladrex? He does. The Demogorgon does speak, but not much. Yeah, he doesn't really say anything. Fearcrag? That's Baldur's Gate 2, isn't it? That's Baldur's Gate 2. Yeah. Ogres and Genie. Yeah, I could see it. But I wouldn't have thought Gorion. Molahi is funny. He just basically makes lewd sounds. What? What are you doing here? But Molahi is interesting because, he's a servant of Cyric, or a disciple of Cyric. And that's not really heavily pushed. But yeah, he's a disciple of Cyric. That's why you find the Cyric symbol on his body. And it's weird because he's working on behalf of the Iron Throne. And yet Sarevok, who's obviously not a fan of Cyric at the moment, is allowing him to do that. It's really, I've never been able to wrap my mind around exactly why that is. Like he could use anybody really, but he's using a disciple of Cyric. I don't know.
Come out. We know you're here.
The way he was grouped on the wiki was weird. The voice actor BG1.
My name is Arash.
Yeah,
and you're
BG1
breaking
section.
into my home.
Yeah.
I know you, Subject Zero. So many years have passed, and I thought I was the only survivor.
My name is Jack. How the hell do you know me?
We all knew your face, Jack. They inflicted horrors on us so their experiments wouldn't kill you. You were the question, and I'm still looking for the answer.
Looks like you're not the only one pulled back here, Jack.
I tried to forget this, but a place like this, it doesn't forget you. It follows you. I hired these mercs and came back almost a solar year ago. We're rebuilding it piece by piece. I'm gonna find out what they knew, how to unlock true biotic potential in humans. I'm restarting the Telton facility. It will be beautiful.
I wanted a hole in the ground. He's trying to justify what happened by using it?
Yeah, seems pretty fitting if you think of it as Sarevok adding insult to injury to use Cyric's own followers against him. That's true, and we did talk about how Sarevok is more cunning than he should be as a fighter. Because, fighters aren't typically blessed with an abundance of schooling. but apparently Sarevok has a good head on his shoulder, and he's conniving enough to turn the issue around on themselves, So that's a good point.
You do the same thing to new kids. Wasn't this forced on you?
Some were bought from poor families on Earth or kidnapped from colonies. Most ended up here the way I did. Batarian pirates. They did such horrible things to us. They must have had good reasons.
There's no reason good enough. Are you nuts? You lived it.
This place was like a prison. How'd you get out?
We all attacked at once as they were taking us to the lab. They would have put us down. But then Jack got loose. When I came to, it was over. The guards, the scientists, and the kids, were all dead. And you were gone.
I stopped it. All of it. Maybe the others did have it bad, but what you're doing is just messed.
Everything we went through must have been worth something.
We can blow up the place, but that still leaves him. What do we do with another you?
That's easy.
Just leave me here. This is where I belong.
Fuck that.
Jack, he's trapped in his past. You need to move on from yours.
He wants to restart this place. He needs to die.
He's crazy and he's never gonna restart this facility. You have to let it go. Your past doesn't have to control you.
Fuck! Get out of here. Go! He's not worth chasing. None of it is.
You did the right thing, Jack.
Maybe. This room was my whole childhood. Give me a minute to look around.
Go ahead.
Nothing's changed, but it's all different.
Yeah, take your time, Jack, but hurry up. Let's take a look at your stuff.
I used this table for everything. It was like my best friend. I'd crawl under it to cry. I was pathetic.
I had no idea Billy West did voices for Baldur's Gate.
Sometimes I dream that I'm back in this bed being tortured. I used to tie the sheets around my wrists and try to rip them off. I want to stop coming back here.
Oh, and the Jaheira is interesting because the Jaheira in Baldur's Gate 3 is different. Obviously, the one from Minsk is different too. But from what I understand, the one who did the Jaheira, they don't know where she is or what happened to her. We do know about Viconia, and they didn't use her again. But I think what the issue with Jaheira in Baldur's Gate 3 is that I don't think they were against using her again, but I don't think she was available, which is, I think, weird to me. Something else had to been going on.
I thought that room out there was the rest of the world. I'd pound and yell. Never did any good.
And to not get Cummings to do Baldur's Gate 3, I don't think he had passed at that time. I don't know why they wouldn't have gotten him. Maybe he just wasn't feeling healthy enough to do it? Don't know. I think that's it. I think there's a thing back here.
See the scarring on the wall here? That's where I killed my first man. One of the guards tried to stop me. Instead, I stopped him. Okay, no more wallowing. Let's blow this place to hell.
And you never know. Maybe they thought, hey, look, our timeline is like 4 or 5 years down the road and he was already feeling sick or something. Who knows, right? We got a new outfit for Jack. Mission accomplished.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Alright, what do we got here? Thank you. From Leslie. I was on Aya. The food made me sick. The doctors are helping me now. One doctor knows Jacob. He says he can tell you this. He could write this for me, but I want to do it. What? I need to use my words. My words are coming back. I can talk well. Reading is hard, but I am getting better. I have to get better. Taylor wanted me like this. He wanted my words gone. I have to show him that he lost. I am not weak. He did things to me, and he can't now. He can't take my words. He can't make me not me anymore, because you and Jacob stopped him. Thank you, Leslie. All right, Leslie. Keep working at it. You definitely write better than I can talk, that's for sure. No way, Mark Mir did Bailoff? Yeah. That's so different from Shepard. Yeah. Yeah. Mark Mir did all the Vorcha in this game, in the Mass Effect series. I guess they were the same voice actor. Yeah, Mark Mir does a huge range of different characters. His only like voice that I think is, it's not really his natural voice either, is Shepard, but it's probably the closest one. Everybody else that he's done is like way off. Like it doesn't sound like Mark Mir at all. But yeah. I was gonna say, I don't know who does the Shadow Broker. I don't know. Let's take a look. I want to just do the rest of this system. Have we done the system entirely? No, we haven't. We'll do the rest of the system. And we'll see where we're at. We may wrap this up and do some more tomorrow. I don't know yet. Let me think about it. There may be a mission, just, you know, scanning some of these planets. Let's see here real quick.
Launching probe.
If there is, we'll do it. I don't remember one in the system, though. Yeah, I don't think so. Poor. Come on, give me something. Anything. Ah, there we go.
Launching probe.
Okay. All right. Ooh. Element 0.
Launching probe.
Find element 0. You wanna try to get it. Okay.
Launching probe.
It's only at moderate, so even if we find it, it won't be great. So no. Do one more spin and then we'll call it. Nope. Ain't nothing here.
Probe away.
%. Yeah, that's it for this system. So, we need to go to Ilum to get Thane and Samara, which I like those missions. They're, let me put it this way. I think they're the perfect length, but I do think that Thane's loyalty mission is a bit too long. And I hate saying that because I don't think game time should equivalent to being bad. Like, more game time is got to be good, right? But the way it tells the story is like, you got to go here to the Citadel. What is it called? The police headquarters. I can't remember the name. But anyway, you talk to Bailey, and then you have to like. Well, no. You talk to Mouse, and then you talk to Bailey, and then, or is it the other way around? Yeah, you talk to Bailey, then you talk to Mouse, and then you come back and you talk to Bailey, and you interrogate the guy, then you find what's his face, and then you like whatever. It just seems a lot of back and forth. If that was like all closer to like one scene or something, like it just flowed a little bit better, it might be better. But you stop doing you stop doing one thing and then you go do something else, and it's just, it doesn't flow very well. Unlike Samara, which is her loyalty mission and her daughter, that is broken up too. but in a much more interesting way, because you're finding out a totally different thing about like the art of the Mass Effect world, and you know how culture is adopted or rejected in some circles, and of course Omega loves all the hedonism and stuff, and so it's like a melting pot for that type of personality. So it kind of works. Where the Thane one is more of like busy work to me, but yeah. Let's see here. It looks like it was Steve Bloom for the Shadow Broker. Oh, okay. That guy's everywhere. It's not so much the length as the pacing, in my opinion. Yeah, I can't stand those surveillance parts where you follow someone. That's just too much boring. You know, and it would have worked if, like, let's say you unlocked that part of the mission and you just, you know, whatever, and it went from cutscene to cutscene where you're eavesdropping, and so you just basically see what's going on, and you can see or you can hear in or whatever because you're connected to the Citadel surveillance stuff. And so you hear the politician guy, his bodyguard like bullying the shopkeeper. You get to hear all that's going on, so you know this guy's not a good guy, right? You just observe that, right? But it's clearly in the window, so that wouldn't normally happen, right? So maybe you can hear that's what's going on. And then you go into the little alley, the hallway, and then you have to make your speech check there or whatever. But then it goes to the cinematic where you catch Thane's son. You know what I'm saying? It didn't have to be like you were actually pacing him and walking him. It could have just been a cinematic thing. And I think that would have worked a little bit better. Just me personally. Let's see here. Okay. Anyway, so what we'll do, and then after that we do these. We help Grunt and we help Morden. And yeah, we could where is this? Oh, it's over here. Okay. So we could save this for the next stream, where we do that capture the fighter thing, just to kind of start us off in a action pace instead of like talking to everybody. And then I plan on doing this tomorrow, so we'll try to start off tomorrow. If I don't stream tomorrow, then that means other stuff has come up and I just couldn't make it. But tomorrow's the weekend, so I should be able to make it. But we're juggling a lot of stuff here at the house, at least for another week. And then after that, I should have a lot more support in the household with my mom and stuff. But anyway, I will check you guys later, and y'all take care. Let me put it on my ending here so that way it just shows something at the very end. Y'all take care.